Shabbat Shalom. Call hello, Yahweh Shemil, Shabbat Hashem, Makar Kodash, double honor to the apostles and other bishops of GMS, even the elder that came before them to tell us his truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word and truth and in sincerity, the hopeful tabernacle of David, to the Aquath that are listening, learn, and be a pillar of rest, the hope, 144,000, one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother slash elder, Shabbat Shalom, and salutations to you all. It's a quick lesson. I'm going to quickly touch on this ridiculous Power Ranger. So clearly this guy wanted to be Nate. Okay? He wanted to be the guy with the flashiest garment. He wanted to be the one with the money. Oh no, Nate, the bishop, he getting paid. He's one of those. He was he was in IUIC and he was saying, "Oh, I want to be the guy." So basically, he quit IUIC and he went out there to be Nate, and then they came and immediately bought him off, like they did Nate. So now he's got his little corner. We'll just put it like that. Now, I want to get make large their phylacteries because that's what this is. This guy, he wants to be this guy, and now he's there. But they made him completely flip the doctrine upside down, and he was completely willing to do that. Just like Nate. All right, took Yahushai out, one body in Yahushai. Woo! He's doing whatever they do. Now Edomites are black. Just crazy. Don't teach Jacob, it is really bad. Salakia. Anyway, I'll come back to make broad. Titus 1:11. Call Allah. Look at that. Whose mouths must be stopped. Who is whose? Well, Jephthah, whatever that abominable phylactery guy is, who how he subverted the whole house of one body under Yahushai, took the name and everything else, teaching things which they ought not. Why? So I can get that. I want to be Nate. He modeled his whole thing after Nate, except for he wanted to be in Nate's position. This is clearly what he's doing. God is yes men, that they're getting paid enough to roll with him. Same thing. This is the IUIC, a break off and a direct copy. Okay. Let's read that here. They must be silenced. I'll tell you who. Because they're turning whole families away from the truth by their false teaching. And they do it only for money. Okay, who is they? Let's go back one. For there are many rebellious people, rebellious, who are insubordinate. He wanted to be Nate. Okay? For many are rebellious and full of empty talk, insubordinate. He had murmuring lips, right? He wanted to be Nate. Now he is Nate, doing exactly what Nate is doing. He took the bait. For there are many unruly, meaning you don't have a set of rules. And vain talk, you just talking loud and saying nothing with the elder apostle. Like a dull knife, he went over there today. And deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, and he came right out of IUIC. So that's talking about you. Go back, Salah. What must they do? They must be stopped, Salaki. Your mouth must be stopped. Black Edomites. There are black Edomites, but that's not the point. Whose mouths must be stopped? Who? Them vain talkers. Them insubordinate. Okay? Anyway, do we have to watch any of this? Let's get up phylacteries real quick. This is just bad. That's bad when you watch that dude. Enlarge their What's phylacteries? F or P? F. Huh? Garments. Make large their garment. Make large. Damn. Slovakia. I got it right here, my phone. Hold on. I hope I did. Damn, this is something else. See a glass. Slovakia. Enlarge the borders. Matthew 23. Slovakia. Then we'll go ahead and close out. These things must needs be. This is right up there with the MOTB. False teachers. 7. Oh, wow. What am I looking for? Bear with me. 23:5-7. Be seen by men. All right, Matthew 23:5. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. Look at this. Okay, so when you got on the biggest Power Ranger outfit, right? Because Nate has, all of this. See, I want mine. Mine got to be different than everybody else so that I can stand out. So everybody knows that I'm number one. Okay, that's a Nate model, and this guy wanted that. He wanted the rings on every finger. He wanted to be the guy. And when he speaks, I'm like, wow. So anybody following him has to be of that frequency, that level of ineptitude. And the same with Nate. Okay? So it's, pretty easy to see what the hell is going on. Anyway, they just want to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments, and love the uppermost rooms at feast and chief seats in the synagogues. This is what this guy wanted. I want to be the bishop. Okay? And I'll do whatever Nate is doing. I'll sell out. I'll not teach the name. Okay? So there you have it. And we can't get out of here. The point is, what is the point being made? Well, we can't get out of here until this, until this comes to pass. 2 Peter 3:3. Must, shall. Knowing this first. Shall. Let's see. Must. Oh, must understand. Will come. Will come. Will come. Must understand. Will come. You must understand. First of all, okay, let's go over this, okay? This guy, okay? Everything must be done in order, right? With all thy getting, get what? Understanding. This guy, right? Knowing this first. Above all, Okay. Most importantly, okay, people's first of all, the elect has already been pre-selected. But right here in this life right now, people's lives are depending on the correct information. Now we can go back here. Above all, you must understand. I want to remind you, most importantly, I want to remind you, just marinate on just the top of that. Knowing this first, of all, most importantly, okay, above all, be aware of this. First, okay, everything must be done in order, decently and in order. What's the order? First, knowing this first, you must first realize this is how important it is. How important? Most, not more important than something else. The most important. This is most important. Here's the face of it. Who is this predecessor? Who did he get this from? The bishop. This is most important. The bishop is most important. Johanna is most important. Right? Scoffers, false teachers, scoffers, false teachers, the whole lot of them. Okay? Knowing this, first of all, when? Now, why did this just come up and this guy's all lit up like a Christmas tree? Red and black and silver. That is some Power Rangers ass shit. Right? And I mean I like it. but there's a theme going on here and we're sussing that out. You understand? He wanted to be that guy at all costs. Now I don't care what it cost me. I'm not interested in the kingdom. I want some money and what's left of Esau's kingdom. And Esau don't exist. He's a so-called black man. This nigga's confused. Okay, let's read the whole thing. Salaki. 2 Peter 3:3, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. What is their own lust? Filthy lucre. Okay, so we can end it right here. Knowing this first, let's get down here. First, realize, above all, remember, most importantly, you must understand. Mm, 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 mm. And as you knew this first, you should already know this. You know these things. Principally, knowing this principally, above all things, you are to know that in these last impostors will appear who abandon themselves to their own sensual passions. This is this guy's sensual. I want to be the guy with the suit, with the rings, leading people astray. Above all, there it is. All right, there it is. So everything's in place. We're almost out of here. Now let's get 1 Peter 4:7 and get the hell out of here. 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Or be a watchman. Hey, we're almost out of here. Look. We can clearly see this guy lighting up the whole demonic way for the 2/3. Anyway, that we hope that the electorate edified. Shabbat Shalom.